Welcome back to Epic Airsoft HD. You guys have been asking for this for a long time. It's the MAGPUL PTS Masada AKM. Okay, we are back again, and this time with a long-awaited MAGPUL Masada. This is the AKM variant. It's the one that takes Kalashnikov magazines. This is MAGPUL PTS's own Kalashnikov type style magazine. Pretty cool. You can see your BBs through there. Let's look at some of the other features of this gun. We'll start from the front. You've got M4 style birdcage flash hider, which is pretty cool. You can get your, if you've already got a suppressor or something on there that can fit on there, you can go ahead and attach that. You've got your gas adjustment thing here. I don't believe it does anything on this version, but on the real thing, it adjusts your rear fire and things like that. Going along the top and the front end of the gun, you've got your flip up sight. Pops out quite nicely. Put it back down, you push it down and push the push pin in, so it's nice and flat. Moving along the back of the rail, you've got your rear sight. That's the M-bus sight. Something you'll know as a chop sight. You get two options to flipping this up. Just push down on a little lever on either side, or you can chop the front and it just pops up the exact same way. You get two different sights here. You can have CQB aperture, and you've got your long range one as well when you flick that up. Pretty neat little sight. Good even for putting on your other guns. A nice idea, just giving it as standard. Front handguard houses the battery. You can get a mini NIM battery in there, or you can go ahead and put any sort of size of LiPo in the front. You've got a pretty big battery in there. There's lots of front space here, and the handguard is really nice to the touch. It's actually nicer than I thought it would be. I don't really like the look of this gun, but the ergonomics of it are absolutely perfect. Really nice. Moving to the receiver. As I said before, this holds AK-47 style magazines. I believe these and the Classic Army ones are the only ones that fit though. This is your 120 round mid-cap. These are also available from MAGPUL PTS, and it also has the bottom Ranger play there. I've got a few of these, so I'll demonstrate that later on, and that's pretty cool. I can take them off my M4 magazines and run them on my Masada. I think that's a cool idea as well. Bottom receiver here has an ambidextrous fire selector, your semi-auto, full auto, and of course safe. Another nice little feature I was showing our cameraman there is that they've actually put the MAGPUL logo as the stippling on the grip. I think that's a really cool thing. Nice little detail there. Moving to the back, you've got your collapsible stock. Folds over nice. Doesn't click into place, but there's a nice positive lock down there, which is pretty nice because it's easy to pull back out again and you're ready to rock. You've got an adjustable cheek riser as well on the stock, and it adjusts to length as well, which is pretty neat too. It's a nice shot there. If your plate carrier comes out a lot, you get a nice shoulder, and if you're going bare naked, you get the full length stock. Really cool. Another nice feature of the top receiver is that when you pull back on the charging handle, which can be put on either side by the way, you push in here for the bolt release, and quite stiff, but you get a nice positive, nice sounding bolt when it smacks the front there. Obviously it is your access to your hub unit. I'm going to show you where the battery goes inside and how to take it out. Normally you would have an AK round or some sort of round to push this out, so I'm just going to use a trusty Allen key. I don't have any real ammunition. Probably a good thing. But there we go. You just push out that push pin. This pulls out and it locks into place there. It doesn't come out because there's a little circlip, so you're not going to lose that easily. Alright, we'll just set it down to the side. The battery I'm going to use for the range test is a 7.4 volt battery. It's 30C, so you're going to get a nice charge on this, and we should get a nice rate of fire. So just plug this in. Mini Tamiya connector this gun comes with, so you're going to need Tamiyas, or you can change out for Deans, whatever you prefer to do. So as I mentioned, there's plenty of space inside this handguard to put a decent sized battery in there. Maybe not a large one, but definitely a mini 9.6. You get your crane stock batteries in there as well. Much easier than you get a normal mini in. Just tuck the wires in nice and neatly. Do my best. Get it locks into place, and all you do is just push this in. Don't jam your finger like I just did. And that's it, gun's ready to go. If you guys remember, we visited Land Warrior Airsoft in the store, and we seen the very first model of the MAGPUL Masada. We seen Carol from Edgar Brothers, and if you haven't seen the episode, you can click here to take you to see that. On that video, they had a really pimped out version of this. As I said, it was the first ever model. It had thousands of pounds worth of gear on it, so it's a pretty cool thing to go check out. But for this episode, we're going to take this out to the 30-metre range and see how it stacks against the other AEGs. Okay, I'm going to put the Masada in the vise now. As you can see, we're using a massive heavy vise. This is to eliminate any human error in the test. We always run our tests on the vise. Main reason being was we're testing the gun's accuracy and not my accuracy, and that's important to us. Once I've got this gun in here and steadied it, I'm going to go ahead and stop the table from wobbling, and we'll fire a couple of rounds downrange and see how accurate it is. We're using 0.3 gram BBs for this test. The reason we use heavier BB ammunition is we want to try and get the best accuracy out of this gun as possible. We've already fired the gun. It can lift 0.3s really well, which is a great thing. That means it's going to lift 0.25s, 0.2s with no problems at all, and you're going to get plenty of range. Alright, I'm going to switch to semi. I'm going to fire about 10 to 12 shots downrange and see how accurate this gun is. Alright, we've done the semi-auto test. Let's move on to full auto. I'm going to fire 3 to 4 bursts. Before I show you the range test, I want to have a little discussion with this. While I was firing, I noticed that the trigger has some sort of micro switch. It's not like any other standard kind of M4 EG version 2 gearbox style EG. The trigger response is really nice, it's really snappy. Look how brittle the trigger is. It's really good, and I really like that, which is apparent in the full auto test because I went a wee bit AWOL on that. I completely destroyed the target. I was having so much fun with it. But look at that gripping. This gun is perfect for like CQB, even out to woodland ranges. This is an excellent all-rounder gun. With a tight bore barrel, I reckon you'd be pushing like an inch gripping, an inch and a half gripping on that. That's really impressive. Again, it's a brand new gun, so you expect the hop unit not to be bedded in. But the semi-auto test, it really shone there. You get quite a lot of vertical movement. Again, that's down to the hop rubber. Once it starts to warm up, the BBs pick up, and that's exactly the effect you get there. If the hop rubber was warm and bedded in, you'd probably get a nice inch grip on that. That's really cool, really impressive gun. This is probably the most ergonomic gun I've actually picked up. Everything just works on this thing. The grip's really nice, the stock, the shoulder, the cheek weld that you get on the cheek riser is just excellent. The whole thing, the whole package has been so well designed. As an AEG, this is a cracking gun. For the price you pay, like £400–450, I think it's well worth the money. A lot of the COD guys will recognise this as the ACR. I think they call it like 6.8 or something like that, which is a Remington round. But again, beautiful thing. It's just a marvel. You get this gun in black, tan, and olive drab. I'd like to thank Land Warrior Airsoft for giving us a loan of this gun. You can see all the guns in the range, and including this gun, and the links in the description below. If you want to compare this gun to some of the other AEGs we've done, you can click on the annotations here. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to us. We do an episode on guns like this every single Sunday. So click here so you don't miss that. And we'll see you next week. Right, ready? Masada thing adjusts your rear fire and things like that. I'm not quite sure what it does, but anyway, move on to other things. Shouldn't have said that. Wasted that whole thing. Just flip up sight on the front. I've already flipped it up. Let's set it down for a wee second. Just clicks down into place. No, it doesn't because it's broken. Hold on a wee minute. Just cut just now. I don't know what I've done to it.
Nah, this is an outtake. I'm rolling.
There we go. There's no spring tension on that. You have to actually push that unscrew. It's a bit crappy. Anyway, we'll start again. We'll see you next week.
When you'll be wearing your mic, hopefully.
Oh, you're f***ing kidding, why don't you? Did you just notice?